2, 4, 3. None of these bitches look better than me.
What's good, people? It's your boy Sean J, representing for FlyDefinition.com, and I'm here with the most beautiful, lovely, awesome person that I know, my homegirl, Miss Lottie.
Are you just saying that to be nice? I'm gonna need you to be like...
I'm being honest.
Like the real Gemini, like the asshole.
She alright.
That's much better. Don't be gassing me up. Okay, I like to run on E.
But nah, she's like one of the coolest people I know, real good people. How are you doing today?
Dude, can I cuss? I'm tired.
Yeah, you go ahead and cuss.
I'm fucking tired. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, it's, I worked last night. I work at a club, and I got home like at 7:30 in the morning. I just wanna...
What do you do so that way they don't get it mixed up? Like,
oh, I work at a strip club. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I work at MI6. It's a nightclub here in it's actually like in Hallandale Beach. It's South Florida, but it's in Hallandale Beach near Aventura, like the Broward area, kind of. Not really. I don't really know where it's at. I know where it is, but whatever.
Right.
It's called MI6. It's Gulfstream Parking Casino, and I work as a bottle server. So I basically get paid to party, to sell bottles, get drunk, and get other people drunk. So it's amazing. As long as I don't mess up the money, I'm good to go.
So when us ballers wants to pop bottles, we just go see you then?
Of course. Anybody that wants to pop a bottle, let me know. It's $2 minimum to sit with me though. So
wow.
Just
you gotta get your paper straight.
Yeah.
Basically.
Please don't come over here with like
no cheap stuff.
Yeah, no cheap stuff. Don't ask me if I have any hookups or any sales. It's straight up. It's $2 minimum to sit with me, and some of my other co-workers are just as pretty as me. So you know, I'm here to make money.
Bottles and lovely ladies then.
Exactly, bottles and models. You know how it goes? Yeah.
So speaking of modeling, I mean, I know you started off modeling, but you actually wanted to get away from that. You know, you had more other aspirations to do.
The whole modeling thing, it kind of just happens, you know. Actually, since I was very, very little, I've always been like center of attention, camera, this and that.
Like any other girl.
Exactly. Actually, when I was living in Venezuela, like they approached my mother to see if I wanted to work with an actress in a soap opera, but I was too young, you know, and the whole traveling back and forth within the city, it just wasn't happening. Little did I know that I would still want to do it, you know, 20 some odd years later, I would still want to be pursuing the same thing.
Right.
Took some pictures in high school, and they ended up being used as advertisement for a photography company, so that was kind of cool. And when I moved to Orlando, I started just promoting, and somebody mentioned, you know, it's a good idea if you get some pictures put together, professional pictures, so you can get booked for car shows, events, stuff like that. So that's how it started out, right? Like, I'm more of a promotional model. I want to go out and talk to people and just get to know people and just have fun. And it kind of started turning into something that I really didn't want to. I started getting requests about, you know, doing like booty shots and doing, you know, that stuff that you guys see all over the internet. I have nothing against it personally. I really don't. It's just that my personality and where I want to go with my life and my standard of how I want to live, it doesn't really apply to that. So I started falling off of it, got back in it, got back out, you know, but I've never done like something I've never been comfortable with, you know, like I've done bikini contests, I've done fashion shows, I've done my little music video stuff, photo shoots and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, I woke up one day and I said to myself, my looks aren't always gonna be there, you know, like I have to somehow tie it to something else that I love to do. And you know, I'm glad that happened to me because it was due to an event that I went through that made me realize, like, look, this isn't what life is all about. Like, yeah, okay, people tell me I'm cute, this or that, whatever the case is, but at the same time, like, what's my purpose? Like, why am I here and what am I to do? So that's why I kind of fell off, I started drifting off. I still do shoots here and there, you know, but it's more along the lines of commercial, headshots, happy smiling shoots. I don't really consider myself like a sex symbol. I don't really know, like whenever a photographer's like, think sex, I'm like, I'm thinking sex, like, okay, so how do I turn that into a sex symbol, you know what I'm saying? Like those video models out there, like there's nothing against that, I'm just saying, like I don't know how. I don't know how to express myself in that way. I'm more happier than, like just being smiling and goofing off and just being that type of person. So that's why I've kind of just drifted off to the side and got myself involved in other stuff.
Now, one of the other things is I know you're aspiring to be on radio.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
what made you actually get drawn into the whole radio thing?
Well, I took a class in college. I was actually a personal trainer, and I took a class in college just that had to do with like speech communications. And I realized like I have no problem speaking in front of tons of people.
She does.
Don't choke. You know, like I express myself very well. I was, amazingly I got an A in the class without even trying. So my professor was like, have you ever considered taking this type of speech class, this type of voice class, etc., etc., etc.? And I ended up switching my major, like almost mid through personal training.
Right.
And I went into broadcasting and communications. With that, I started interning for a radio station in Orlando, and I fell in love. I hated it for the first 2, maybe 3 weeks because I had to be there at like 7 in the morning. I had to do all this dirty work. And then, one of the staff members said, why are you here? Like, if you hate it so much, if this is something that you want to do, whatever, that whole speech.
Yeah.
And she kind of changed my perspective. So it was really, really cool. That opened my eyes, and I started getting to know the industry more, reading more into it, appreciating what I was doing, the opportunities that I was given, meeting and dealing with artists coming in to do interviews. Anything that was thrown at me, I wanted to take it. And that's just how it developed. And it developed into a passion. It developed into something that I wanted to do. Like, I feel that's one of my purposes, is to maybe motivate and help people through radio, through my voice, through not my appearance itself, but just being able to speak and tell people, like, look, I did it, you can do it, There's a lot of people that go through a lot worse things than I do, but I just feel that, I don't know, like, I just feel like I can do it, like, I can help and motivate, especially being that I'm Hispanic. I don't really see too many, I don't know, like, it's just, I don't really see the motivation that needs to come from people. So whenever someone needs help, I'm in it. I'm there to help you. I'm there to do what I can to help you, but you can only take the horse to the water. You can't make them drink.
So you want to use radio as your tool for that?
Exactly.
Okay.
I want to use radio as my tool. I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for any of that.
Right.
It's just honestly something that I'm dying to do. I'm dying to be on the morning show, just talking, cracking jokes, taking calls, anything like that. And not only that, I want to be able to go out, do events, charity, whatever, clubs, anything that has to do with people and interacting with people. Because just like someone changed my life, I feel that I can help change other lives as well. So it's kind of cool.
Speaking of radio, speaking of good people in radio, I know there was one person that's probably, was a very big inspiration in your lives and all of our lives was Erica Roman.
Yes.
God rest her soul.
Yes.
So how was that experience? Was like I know you met her one time. Did you work with her?
Yeah, when I was interning for that radio station,
Right.
actually she's the person that told me about why are you here, because she used to do the morning show.
Right.
And that's the shift that I used to do, and I really didn't get to talk to her like that much, like I only got a little bit of talking time, because they come and go, I don't really see them, whatever. But the little words that she did say, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because, if anyone knows what she went through and what she came from, it inspired me.
Right.
Like, it really kind of just turned on a light bulb and said, I need to switch this. Like, I need to switch my mentality and not think of it as I'm doing dirty work. I need to think of it as this is a learning experience, and it could be something that I want to do for the rest of my life. So she's definitely someone who influenced me a lot. And there's a lot of other people that that I've researched and stuff like that. I don't want to just drop names, but there's a lot of people that I read up on that are doing positive things with themselves. And you know me, I mean, you're like my best friend, so you know that my life is very, very positive. I've come a long way since you've met me.
Right.
I like to think so.
Yeah, she grown up a lot.
So it's like my state of mind just changed. It's complete different where I want to go now. It's not about all this attention. It's not about that at all. It's what makes me happy and what I can do to make others happy. without, without jeopardizing what I like to do or how I like to feel. So.
Never used to deny this simple truth.